Alright. Just gotta make sure that everything's all set up. Alright, cool. Yeah, normally I have a guy who just hangs out, but I think he's out sick tonight or something. That or he's passed out. But regardless, hi everybody. Welcome to Zenless Zone Zero 2.2 update. Do not go gently into that good night. Now, before we start with anything, I just gotta say, that title alone is just... I've heard that... that's something out of a... That's a book quote, I swear to God. Like, I know part of that quote is like rage against the dying of the light, but I need to remember where that's from. It's gonna bug me now. But yes, with the new update, new story, new characters. This time around, we are introduced to... game, hello? Do you want to read my controller? We are introduced to Seed. Seed and with Orphe and Magnus, I believe, are the characters for this update. And based on the previews that I had seen during the live stream, I'm going to be honest, these two should have been support characters more than anything. Because they seem to do a lot of follow-up attack support. Or rather, they buff someone with a portion of their own attack? And, I don't know. It's just weird that they're attack characters. That said, though, I believe they also mentioned an update to Silver Soldier Anby. Oh, oops. No, there's been no mention of it so far. But yeah, so on banner for the first 2 weeks of the event will be Seed and Trigger. I already have Trigger. I don't really use her that much, to be real. Although she is a decent stunner, especially when you pair her with Silver Soldier Anby. And the A rank, the A ranks on Raid Up are Nicole and Anby herself. So I do have a decent amount saved. I'm not quite sure if I'll pull on her banner, so we might as well do her intro. Or demonstration, so. Here we go. Like, don't get me wrong, she's cute and all, but... Let's see. The attack type teammate with the highest initial attack is considered Seed's Vanguard. When Seed uses an EX special attack, it applies direct strike status to the Vanguard. When the Vanguard uses an EX special attack, it applies onslaught status to Seed. When direct strike and onslaught are simultaneously active, both Seed and the Vanguard gain besiege. Okay. So in this case, the strongest member would be Nekomata.
It's my turn.
Okay. So let's buff that. Oh, you just hold that. Okay. So Seed just donates part of her attack. Okay. Seed recovers steel charge when hitting enemies, and when she or the Vanguard consumes energy, additional steel charge is recovered based on energy consumed. When sufficient steel charge, and after Seed uses Falling Petals, Slaughter, press the basic attack button to unleash Falling Petals, Downfall, dealing massive damage. Okay, so that's her gauge. With enough steel charge, hold basic attack to launch Falling Petals. I mean, cool? I don't know about this one, folks. Well, don't get me wrong, it's cool as hell, and it's funny that she, like, fights you from her scooter. Oh, wait. That's... I know that voice actor. Not personally, but I've been a fan of his works. Oh, man. That makes me want to pull for the character, just if not for that VA.
Need a shower? It's raining shower.
Was the whole thing on her foot necessary? Did we need that zoom in? I don't know why. So I'm not exactly sold on her. Oh well. And now that I think about it, based on what I remember on the live stream, I think Orphe plays the same way. And I already have this character, so I know how she goes.
Recalibrating.
When trigger has Purge, other active characters in the squad can trigger basic attack, harmonizing shot. Yep, that uses her ability.
Yeah.
So...
I'm here.
You're in my sight.
Yep, so that's what trigger does. She'll just come in and deal follow-up attack damage. No, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think Orphe and Magus play like this than Seed's ability to just designate one other attacker. I think. I have to watch a live stream again. Now I'm second guessing.
I'll take point. Supporting position. I'll pierce right through.
So yeah, with a high attack speed character, you will just constantly be triggering
Supporting position.
Trigger's ability.
Show no mercy.
I did not intend for that, but regardless. So that's why you can see why she's good with Silver Soldier and me. Also, where's the next?
Activate.
There we go. Also, I believe like her sniping stance even comes with an auto dodge. I could be wrong on that.
That'll teach ya.
Copy.
My turn, my turn. Bye-bye, suckers. That'll teach ya. Lucky you, you're next.
Supporting position. Quick shot.
Really? You're still alive after all that? And, well, those are the demos, so simple enough. So I have enough for a decent amount of pulls. That said, I'm not sure if I want to pull on them. I'm gonna be real. Especially after Alice effectively made me go all the way to pity. And then some. Regardless. Oh, hang on. Whoa, where did all this come from? Okay, so maintenance. Okay, cool. Thank you for the 600 polychrome. That's appreciated. Notices. Does this make... Really? You put buttons on the menu, but they don't even work? Okay. There's some English and Korean voice lines for Agent Orphe and Magus? Really? Regardless, I know they said that they would buff Anby, or specifically Silver Soldier Anby. Weird that they're not making it in with any other announcements. Okay, that's with the story updates. New events. No. That is strange. Yeah, I'm just like quickly going over through this, but I could have sworn. Let's see, gameplay. No, no. There. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go through that. I'm gonna have to go through the live stream because the live stream. I think it's still up on their channel, but I could have sworn they made mention of that. Weird. Oh, we do have a new bundle. What does it do? Alright, what do you do? Dawn's Bloom. Okay. 2-piece is 15% attack. 4-piece increases basic attack damage by 20%. Okay. When equipped by an attack character using an EX special attack or ultimate will further increase basic attack damage by 20% for 25 seconds. Okay, I can see this working for someone like Nekomata. This will obviously work for Seed and maybe Orphe, but I think actually that set could work for Billy too, now that I think about it. Yeah. Because Billy's rapid fire is just his basic attack. So I can see this ramping on him. Now what's the other one? Moonlight Lullaby. Increases energy regen by 20%. Okay. When the equipper is a support character and uses an EX special attack or ultimate, the damage dealt by all squad members increases by 18% for 25 seconds. Repeated triggers reset the duration. Well then. So this just outright buffs every support character. Oh dear. So I'm going to be farming this disc a lot. Because let's see, this automatically buffs someone like Nicole. This jacks up Lucy. Maybe so. No, this definitely helps Sukaku. Yeah. Pretty much every support. Though I don't think.
What brings you here this time?
Don't just think about it. Got a new ghost story to share?
I'm not sure if it'll work on Yuzuha, because... I mean, what am I saying? No, it definitely will. Oh, it definitely will work on Yuzuha. It's... No, I was going to say maybe it won't work on Astra, but no, it'll just work on everyone. Yeah.
Pick me,
And then with the
and
attack
I
disc...
standing by.
Let's see.
Officer 148, Juyuan, ready.
That disc, the new disc set would definitely buff Zhu Yuan, because her gunshots, when she has bullets, those are, I think those are basic
I'll
attacks.
protect.
Number 0, Anby.
That might help Anby to an extent, because again, she does a lot of basics and her attack speed is high. Nekomata, Billy for sure.
Starlight, it's time to shine.
I don't think it'll work on Korin or
Come on.
Anton. Because I know Anton's whole thing is when he uses his special, he enters like a charge state, so I think that's still part of his special attack damage. I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. And
Ready and waiting.
same with Korin here, because Korin wants to keep her buzzsaw spinning, and that's an EX special. Ellen wants to use her special to generate more ice charge,
Need something?
and
Go ask my colleagues.
I don't think it'll work for Harumasa. strangely.
Awaiting further instructions.
It could help Soldier 11? Not sure on that.
Please forgive me for stealing the moonlight.
And with Hugo, I have no idea since I don't have the guy.
Yahoo! Seed at your service.
Seed, maybe. Anyways, let's just move on, shall we? So yeah, I'm unsure if I'm going to be rolling for Seed. Oh? Oh, if you didn't get the set in time, they just sell it on the shop. Okay. Yeah. Oh, right, of course, we have a new battle pass. I'll probably get that later. And yep, there's your banner. And as you can see, I'm at 84. I have, like I said, I have a decent amount of pulls, and I have a decent amount saved up. So I probably won't be going for that. So, hello, we have a new Bang Boo. Mercury. Okay, what do you do? Okay, you're a new air to defense. That makes sense. Okay, summons a vehicle and drives it, unleashing continuous flames at enemies to deal damage. Fair enough. When there are at least two Defense Force units, characters in your when there are at least two Defense Force characters in your squad, when an agent deals aftershock damage, Mercury's next active skill gains 22.5% increased damage, increasing up to 2 times every 5 seconds. Okay. So then, that would work with a Soldier 11 Trigger Squad. I mean, I have 45 of these Boopons. Screw it. Why not? Hey, first try. And the only reason why I know it's first try is because Boopons are guaranteed. So really, only one? Well, that is a very deep voice for a Bang Boo, not gonna lie. Why not? Oh, I got him again! What? God damn! Man, now if only my character luck was this good. Cool, now we've got him at C2. I'll think about it. But yeah, now that we're done reading all of that, let's actually do the story, yeah? And by the way, I already did my daily stuff earlier in the day before I streamed, so Wise is looking over a message from someone, his face turning serious. That kind of look that says, "Here comes another serious job." Your proxy instincts are telling you to turn around and walk away. Good timing, Belle. I feel like I've heard that before. The mayor sent a message earlier saying, "Give me a call when both you siblings are together." An official message from the mayor usually means something big is about to happen. Should we contact him right away? I mean, yeah. Oh. Simulated signals from city administration surged through the encrypted line. After a few seconds of whispering white noise, a familiar image and voice emerged from the audio-visual device.
Hey kids, I trust you've been well. The miasma shrouding Lemnian Hollow still hasn't cleared, and since Waifei Peninsula is also a major production area for porcelain ore, I imagine the air quality there isn't so great.
Isn't the spreading spreading miasma more worrying than the air quality issue? Do you have any plans to handle it, Mr. Mayor?
A close attendant friend of mine once told me that, as a senior, it's more friendly to start with some pleasantries before diving into the main topic. But enough small talk. I'm calling about the continued threat of the miasma and the danger still posed by the Exaltists. Miasma is a natural byproduct within the Hollows, a unique form of ether that causes more severe corruption effects than ordinary ether, producing even more powerful ethereals and sacrifices. That's nothing new to you two, Phaethon, but the miasma raging within Lemnian Hollow has far exceeded what natural seepage could produce.
It's because of the Exaltists. They've been using miasma to research and create sacrifices, which has caused miasma to spread rampantly within the Hollow.
That's right. From thwarting the Exaltists' plan to seize control of Wi-Fi Peninsula to dismantling Porcelumex, everything you've done has surely dealt a major blow to the Exaltists' influence in the region.
But the Exaltists' actions are still harming the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula, and the miasma in Lemnian Hollow shows no sign of letting up.
Which brings me to the reason I'm troubling you both this time. The opportunity to root out that evil once and for all has finally arrived. Porcelumex's co-chief executive officer Ferox secretly allied with the Exaltists to carry out unlawful hollow experiments, seriously endangering the safety and interests of Wi-Fi Peninsula's citizens and businesses. I'll spare you all the official jargon, but in short, Porcelumex's influence and control over Wi-Fi Peninsula have been
Hey, Sho.
significantly restricted.
We're
But
playing some...
investigations and
Hold on.
operations by the city government in Wi-Fi Peninsula are still being hindered because another major player has rolled in. A defense force unit, led by Major General Lorenz, has been deployed to Wi-Fi Peninsula over the past few days, imposing temporary military control to investigate Porcelumex and contain the Exaltist threat.
There we go. But yeah, we're playing some of the new patch update for Zenless Zone 0 2.2. And yeah, we're gonna see how far we get tonight, because I've heard this is a pretty beefy chapter, at least from what I've heard. We might do some pulls to wrap up the night. It depends.
The Defense Force wasn't involved with the issues in Wi-Fi Peninsula before, so why'd they show up now?
Wi-Fi Peninsula is a key porcelain production area, after all, and has always been a highly contested prize amongst the city's various official powers. Besides protecting the city, everyone is eager to claim a bigger share of the wealth and influence it provides. Major General Lorenz is no easygoing man. Ruthless would be the mildest way to describe him when it comes to achieving his goals. According to my sources, he has a close personal relationship with Porcelumex's other co-chief executive officer, Lucro, and the two often work together. With Ferox's downfall, Lucro secured Lorenz's support by offering him a share of Wi-Fi Peninsula's interests. Having the backing of a Defense Force Major General would greatly benefit his dealings within TOPS.
Sounds like a power struggle between TOPS and the Defense Force. But where exactly is this opportunity to take out the Exaltist remnants?
According to the action plan the Defense Force submitted to the city, eradicate the Exaltists sits at the top of their agenda. That's also their most legitimate reason for deploying to Wi-Fi Peninsula. Of course, I don't believe Lorenz is only there to dutifully protect the city, but with Porcelumex and the Defense Force already muddying the waters, a heavy-handed move by the municipal government could turn the conflict into a turf war over interests. I won't pretend I'm above it all, but I do believe that protecting the citizens' safety is more important than short-term gains. That's why neither the city government nor Yunquay Summit can act directly this time. But for you, Phaethon...
Yes, Phaethon. A legend among proxies. An outlaw of the underground. The last disciple of a secret research institute. Mayor Mayflower's wondrous right hand. The one who saved the Void Hunter from the brink of collapse. It's my time to shine again, right?
Alright, Belle, calm it
I
down.
won't need all those people helping me. But you're right. It's time for the protagonist to take the stage. I spotted the name Obel Squad on the Defense Force's unit roster. I've heard of their past exploits, and some of their members have had both professional and personal dealings with you. I believe they could be a trustworthy source of support. Their commanding officer this time is Miss Isolde, who worked with you during the investigation into the Exaltists and Porcelumex. I assume you're already well acquainted with her.
And I don't quite
So
trust
we'll
her
be
yet.
taking part in the operation against the Exaltists as proxies working with the Defense Force?
Exactly. But the title proxy won't fly in the Defense Force's operational report. You'll be introduced as Special Holotech Advisors and the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations during your visit with the Defense Force. Sorry, official organizations do love to make up long and difficult-to-remember titles, but sometimes those titles can come in handy. Though I have to say, the ones you came up with a moment ago did sound a lot cooler.
By the way, we came across a few scattered clues about our teacher in the last mission, but we still didn't make any real headway.
There's still no solid intel on Miss Carol Arna, but within the limits permitted by the Defense Force, you're still free to pursue her whereabouts as you see fit. I've already informed the Defense Force and Miss Isolde in advance. The specific plans and arrangements will be up to you two to discuss with Isolde and Opal Squad. Well, I have official duties to attend to, and you both have an important mission ahead, so let's keep it brief. Once again, I wish you the best of luck.
Taking down the Exaltists, the Defense Force, looks like this job won't be easy. Of course not. No job is ever easy, Wise. Come on. But hey, we get to team up with Opal Squad again. Soldier 11 and Trigger will be happy to see you too, right, Belle? And, of course, a couple of new acquaintances we've crossed paths with before. But before heading out, maybe we should let Yishuan, Shifu, and the others know? I mean, yeah, fair enough. I've been expecting you, Belle. Don't give me that Yishuan Shifu is all-knowing look. I only knew because the mayor contacted me in advance. It seems that really is why you're here. Yongkui Summit is on good terms with the mayor, so he can't get directly involved in Defense Force affairs. Which means I have no choice but to send my talented students. Yeah. Shamming the sect is the least of your worries. The Exaltists play dirty, and the Defense Force throws its weight around. You're neither skilled enough nor strong enough to deal with either of them alone. That's why you have to act with the utmost caution. Your own safety has to come first before you try to help anyone else. Alright, Suibian Temple isn't going anywhere. Get a good night's rest here tonight, and then take care of what you need to do. Remember, if you get into any trouble out there, just give them your Shifu's name. Okay. You carefully calibrate the HDD device in Suibian Temple's inner chamber, then spend some time chatting with your senior brothers and sisters before you realize that night has already fallen. What? I just when I heard like a purring or something. What the hell? There's no cats around here, so that's weird. The Defense Force sent word. We're meeting up with Opal Squad tomorrow morning. The coordinates are in the Lemnian Hollow. Why in the Hollow of all things? That's right. The Defense Force wants to link up with Opal Squad during the operation. Afterward, we're to return to their base together. Supposedly, it's meant to help us work more smoothly with Opal Squad and to test our capabilities as the Mayor's special envoys. I've spent the whole afternoon tuning the HDD device. It's pretty much done. You should take it easy and rest up for tomorrow's operation. Alrighty. In a dream made from the electrical impulses and numerical symbols in Magus's memory. The tail sleeps?
The Hollow hit City Center out of nowhere. Without support from the Obsidian Division, they won't hold for long.
I knew you couldn't count on Helios's warning systems.
Doesn't matter. We've seen worse, haven't we?
The track we're guarding this time is a key route for evacuating civilians and transporting aid. This is our last line of defense. The civilians are right behind us. We must hold the line.
Magus, you're late today?
You never miss Captain's pep talk.
Let me guess. You were off doing last-minute gear checks for us. Still, they've got a point. Tardiness is unacceptable, soldier.
Obsidian Division. Agamemnon Squad assembled.
Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad, requesting backup. Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad, requesting backup.
Ooh.
Fall back, Orpheus.
Fall back. No. No. We have to kill it. Whatever it takes. Get back.
I'm from Yunkoi Summit. We'll hold the line from here. You can fall back now, comrades.
Everyone, we can still save them. And the civilians, they're right behind us. We can't back down. We cannot fall back.
So, is this the end? Revenge. Against what? The Hollow? Against everything.
Huh?
I've already lost everything.
Captain? Captain Magus? Nagus, were you dreaming again?
Intelligent constructs don't dream. It was just leftover cache fragments tucked away deep in my memory module.
So, were you dreaming about the past again?
Wait, what?
Good thing you gave up your studies at the Meta School to enlist, Orphe.
What can I say? My brain can be a bit slow at times. Anyway, Magus, you talk in your sleep all the time.
I don't sleep. It's a self-diagnostic mode. And I've told you before, use my proper title while on duty. And stop eavesdropping on me.
Yes, Captain Magus! I swear, I'll never listen to you sleep talking again.
I mean, that's kind of hard to do, seeing as you're literally connected at the hip.
It's kind of hard not to overhear.
It's not sleep talking. It's echoes of residual signals from the vocal module during self-diagnostic mode.
Yes, Captain Magus. I swear, I'll never eavesdrop on your, whatever that was during self-diagnostic mode again.
Still, it's strange. I actually overslept today. I mean, my self-diagnostic ran longer than expected. It feels like some kind of bad omen.
Are intelligent constructs superstitious too?
Well, I am just like you. An idiot who dropped out of school to join the military. Superstition is the only knowledge I've got that I can actually rely on. Enough breakfast chit-chat. Time to get ready for this morning's operational briefing, Orphe.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Interesting. Captain Magus. Squad member Orphe, I've been waiting here for you. You left the sniper to wait here all alone. That's not how an assault trooper should operate, Orphe. Huh? But you were the one who woke up late. I told you that was a necessary systems check and maintenance. Now, getting into position early to cover their squad mates is part of a sniper's job, isn't it? Let's head to the operation briefing before the colonel scolds everyone Elbow Squad for being late. Oh, we get to move as Orphe. Okay. Okay, so, hold on. In that flashback, we saw that whoever Magus was a person codenamed Orpheus. Yet, this current person they're attached to named Orphe don't tell me that this is like a case of literally split personality, where the former soldier known as Orpheus, was turned into an intelligent construct and then grafted onto their old body, where the name Orphe remained? I really hope that's not the case, because... What the hell was that? After all this time, Soldier 11 has remained disciplined and focused. That's what you call a model soldier. Huh? Aren't I a model soldier? You, Seed? You're a soldier too. If you joined the Scout, Seed, you'd definitely be an honor scout. I feel like there's a memory somewhere in my past, something about being in the Scouts. If I wasn't busy taking care of Seed Senior, I'd absolutely be an honored member. Captain, we've got about 12 or 13 push-ups worth of time before we're late for the operation briefing, depending on whether we're doing them one-handed or two. Let's hurry to the operation briefing, or we'll be punished as Problem Squad members before we even get the chance to become honored ones. Alright, let's do this. And yeah, considering that Isolde was there, you know, going off about wanting revenge, something tells me that she's an Exaltist of some description. Or at the very least, working with them to dismantle them from the inside. I don't know. The members of Obel Squad are gathered around the command table.
Good morning, everyone. Today's briefing is to discuss the tactical details for the raid on the Exaltist stronghold. Thanks to previous infiltration ops and documents from Porcelumex, we've gathered intel on several key Exaltist communication hubs within the Hollow. However, we still need more detailed intel on the exact location of their headquarters and the distribution of their personnel. Therefore, before the main force advances into the Hollow to launch a full sweep, we will deploy several elite squads to their comms outposts within the Hollow for recon. The first shot of this battle will be fired by Obel. The results you achieve will be critical to the success of the operations that follow.
Leave it to me, Isolde.
Captain Magus, remember to use proper ranks during operations.
Yes, ma'am. After all these years, it's not like you don't know my bad habits.
Magus? Captain, you were the one lecturing me about that just this morning.
After all this time, we finally get to fight side by side again, Isolde. Colonel.
Ma'am, I heard for this operation, a special envoy from the city government will be assisting Obel Squad. Is that confirmed?
Yeah, Trigger was just telling me we've got a super capable and trustworthy friend coming to work with us.
Trigger is right. There will indeed be a guest from the city government joining us as a technical advisor to assist Obel Squad in the operation. Per the agreed arrangements, our guest will meet you all inside the Hollow.
Okay then.
The Exaltists have long plagued Wi-Fi Peninsula. Obsidian Division's mission is simple. Eliminate the source of this chaos once and for all. Their repeated failures have cost them dearly. Our task now is to eliminate the remaining stragglers and strike directly at their headquarters. We have obtained intel on multiple enemy strongholds. You will be deployed as scouts. Your objective is to investigate and pinpoint the enemy's main base. Split Squad will handle the frontal assault. You will also rendezvous with the technical advisor dispatched by the mayor and assist them in securing the key data. Aegis Squad, you will strike the enemy from the air, providing firepower and intel support for all units on the ground. Operation codename Blitz and Aegis. Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
Obel Squad reporting in. We are at the target hollow.
Okay, so we get to play Zorphy for a bit. Then shouldn't she be the first character on the banner instead of whatever? When Orphe and Magus are off-field, they can unleash different aftershock attacks based on their energy and recover bottled heat. With sufficient bottled heat, hold special to unleash an EX special attack, Heat Charge, granting the whole squad the zeroed in effect, which boosts their abilities. Oh, it auto parries.
We're en route with the chopper. ETA 20 minutes. Landing at Blitz Squad 3 o'clock.
Primary objective, rendezvous with the mayor's envoy.
Okay. What? That wasn't a counter? Fair enough.
Very powerful, but also a very nice person.
I mean,
What sort of person are they exactly?
what did Soldier 11 know us?
The chit-chat for after the mission. Stay focused on the battle. The envoy and escort team are inside the building up ahead.
Yes, yes.
By the way, why are we meeting inside the hollow?
Captain Magus is all about action. She prefers getting to know our partners in live combat scenarios rather than listening to someone introduce them.
Yep.
We've successfully rendezvoused with the target. Now, let me take a look at Colonel Isolde's intel report. Captain Magus, this is the Special Hollow Technology Consultant, the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations, as well as the...
Wait, didn't Isolde say there was only one target? How many people are we talking about here?
Hey everyone, forget the titles. Why don't you all just call me Proxy? So this is the amazing Miss Phaethon that Trigger and Soldier 11 were talking about. Turns out you're actually pretty down to earth.
I know who you are. You must be the infamous Phaethon they mentioned, right?
Trigger was definitely talking about
small world.
renowned Miss Phaethon.
Usually, only heroic characters are described as renowned. For villains, it would be...
If the other side is a villain, then working with them means we're on the side of villains too.
To be honest, I'm still a little uneasy about having a proxy join up with Obel Squad. I'm an old-timer who plays by the rules. No dramatic backstory.
Hear about that?
For wild adventures like the younger ones. So I've rarely had dealings with anyone outside the military. Especially someone from, well, the underworld, like you.
I mean, we've worked with Soldier 11 and Trigger, so they should be able to vouch for us.
A hero working from the dark side, protecting the city in secret. I have to admit, that sounds pretty cool.
Sure, I've heard stories of your accomplishments, but don't mistake that for me seeing you as a hero. Everyone walking the city has their own purpose, especially someone with a complicated background like you. But I hope your goals won't interfere with Obel's mission, or violate the Defense Force's principles. Otherwise...
If what you call your principles are genuinely just, and your aim is to protect others, then I'd say we're on the same side.
I hope so.
Whether I'm a villain or a hero, let's keep our focus on the mission. After all, we're still deep inside the Hollow, surrounded by Exaltists.
Regardless of your position, if you get things done, that's not bad in my book.
Next, I'll briefly outline the mission objectives and explain the role that Phaethon will play in this operation. As an expert Hollow guide, or a proxy, Phaethon will use the current map intel and Hollow data to chart the most efficient route for us, Obel Squad. At the same time, we'll provide cover for Phaethon as the proxy collects Hollow data and monitors the changes and activity of the miasma.
We've got plenty of trained scouts in the military. Can a proxy with no combat experience really handle such an operation?
Captain Magus, according to the intel report and squad member accounts, the proxy has combat experience working alongside Trigger and Soldier 11.
I was mostly running and getting out of the way.
More precise and more perceptive than any scout. That's how Soldier 11 described the proxy. I don't think we've ever seen anyone who's earned the approval of both Trigger and Soldier 11 outside of our own squad members.
If no other squad members or Isolde have any objections. That wraps up the mission briefing. Don't fall behind, Proxy.
So why is the gun looking so mad at me? I do like that Orphe's like dash animation is her stumbling, and you know, Meg is catching the gun.
More enemies than we expected.
Agent Squad, report your status.
Oh, that's not good.
The enemy reinforcements just keep coming.
This squad is pinned down. Agent Squad, do you copy?
That's not good. Oh, we can do this.
Back is to disable the nearby jamming devices.
Ooh, that's a nice special animation. Okay, so she's kind of like Bernice in that regard, where she wants to be more off-screen or off-field, I should say. Oh, great.
Searching for the mission target.
Okay, we already did this, so...
Aegis Squad has reached the LZ. Cool off, Squad.
First, let's build up some charge. Oh.
Is Seed Senior's comm system still working?
No, the speaker's all buzzy with static.
Let's clear the nearby enemies first, then regroup with the captain ASAP.
Okay, well I can definitely... Well, with this, I can see why Seed is kind of considered an attack, but I feel like she'd be better off as a support character more than anything.
Recalibrating.
Count on me and Seed Senior. The area's all clear now. All those annoying pests.
Okay, Seed seems to be more like that chaotic gremlin more than anything.
Seems that annoying.
Agent Squad, come in.
Agents reporting in. We read you loud and clear, Captain.
We just shut down the enemy's jamming equipment.
Well, I kind of wish Seed was actually the big robot guy. Just, you know, because we haven't really had, like, a decent robot mech outside of Billy, I don't think. But, you know, that would have just been cool. Like, oh well.
Remote support. In position.
Damn, Trigger, what rounds are you using then? Why didn't you use those earlier?
The transmission system has been shut down.
Oh.
Great! That cuts off the supply of miasma.
That was a waste.
Blitz Squad has finished clearing out the remaining enemies.
Those things look like coffins. They're kind of creepy.
What things?
Coffin?
Old is Seed?
More people are laid to rest.
Laid to rest? Oh, you mean like Seed Senior?
I'm suddenly uncomfortable. Let's see. This is an ether research device built by Porcelumex. Alice calls it Obscura. Obscura? That was in the report we handed over to Commander Isolde. Are these just regular ether research equipment? I doubt it's that simple. Anything tied to the Exaltus is bound to be suspicious. I felt something ominous too. Are you saying the Defense Force has some information on it? You'll get the intel when you need to know. For now, let's keep moving. What a difficult person to work with. Don't be discouraged, Miss Special Envoy. I've been around the captain for a while and still think... Keep moving. Okay. What happened here? Alright, Eos, you're up.
The unknown device. Now analyzing.
Well.
Network communication structure detected.
This is ominous.
These devices are interconnected, probably forming part of a larger equipment array. By cracking part of the data, we can locate the other devices.
Looks like Proxy's quite the skilled hacker.
Can I climb up here?
You're amazing, Proxy!
You're not secretly hacking into my brain while I'm asleep.
No, I thought we could climb up there.
Hey, come on. I'm a professional. I have standards.
Communication structure analysis. 50% complete.
Alright. So this is a very different outlook compared to previous stages like this. Like, the vibe is completely different. Then again, this is the Exaltus we're talking about, so this is probably their thing. I guess it would make sense why it's all grim and gloomy. I mean, hey, at least it's giving us free Denny's, so I'll take that.
Those are ether reactors made by Porcelumex. Not gonna lie, they look pretty ominous.
Porcelumex? That's the company working with the Exaltists, right?
Not everyone in the company is bad. Hopefully.
Even if they're not all bad, Plenty still played a part in this.
That might be true. But most ordinary employees were probably acting under pressure or coercion, right?
And what about you? Were you forced or pressured into becoming a proxy?
Okay, Magus, calm it down. Let's see, these obstacles are blocking Eagle Squad's path to our rendezvous point. Let's clear them while we wait. While we wait for them.
This is the only route Blitz Squad can take.
The mission went without a hitch. Great work, everyone.
I wouldn't necessarily say this was without a hitch.
You were also amazing in battle. I was just doing my duty.
Huh? Seed, you've met them before.
Oh, it's you, Proxy.
You're Seed, right? It's been a while. We met briefly during the Porcelumex investigation.
I remember. Oh, Seed Senior says he remembers too. Shh, he's asleep right now, so he can't talk to you himself. But according to Seed Senior, you're someone who can be trusted. Someone worth trusting. Well, to be honest, it was Trigger and Soldier 11 who told Seed Senior first. And then Seed Senior told me.
Seed Senior? Is that the name of your mech?
He's not a mech. Seed Senior is an intelligent construct, totally different from exoskeleton-based vehicles like mechs. You carry the same scent as me, Proxy. You must be quite knowledgeable in this field. Did you attend classes properly back in school, Proxy?
What?
Strictly speaking, I never really went to a typical school.
Sounds like a lie.
You two have quite a unique way of talking.
The Defense Force, or rather, Obel Squad's comms channel, always seems to be tuned to a pretty unusual frequency.
Birds of a feather flock together, as they say.
The Proxy wasn't complimenting us, Soldier 11. You dummy.
Being able to tune into both Seeds and Soldier 11's wavelength at the same time. I have to say, you really are something special.
Wavelength? Are Seed and Soldier 11 intelligent constructs too?
Still, winning over these girls might be easy. But as the commanding officer, I have to assess you with the utmost caution. All right, everyone, that's enough chit-chat. Let's not forget, we're still in the middle of a battlefield here. Although we've tracked down the Exaltists' communication outpost, it seems all that's left are supplies they didn't have time to evacuate with. We came up empty on both the location of the Exaltists' main base and the research data you were looking for, Proxy.
The most efficient way to move such a large amount of supplies in a short time would be through spatial fissures. The Exaltists have been operating in Lemnian Hollow for a long time. They must have access to fissure coordinates that the Defense Force doesn't know about. But no one knows the labyrinths of hollows better than Phaethon.
Phaethon's scales are like magic. Sounds way more impressive than a carrot.
Sounds pretty mysterious. Anyway, you're confident you can catch up with them, right?
I got this.
What the hell?
Inside those devices, those are all sacrifices?
Seed, confirm the number of enemies.
Locking onto hostile targets. There's 8 in total. 7, 6, 5.
Wait. Who leaves the body there? What? Oh, hi.
Now we're all clear.
Obel Squad. All enemies eliminated.
Well, that was cool. Amid the thunderous stomps of heavy machinery and shrill, hysterical screams, Seed brings in the Exaltus captives. Captives? I thought those were... Oh. Okay. What?
The final sacrifice is about to begin.
How can swirling dust compete with a blazing fire?
Wait. Do I know this voice?
Do all the Exaltists talk like this? It's really hard to understand.
It sounds similar.
Make him shut up.
Foolish unbelievers!
Hey, Seed Senior. You've got to be careful with how you treat prisoners.
They've done more than enough harm. Being gentle isn't exactly a priority.
What sets these Exaltists apart from typical villains is their fanatical devotion to the Creator. That often drives them to act unpredictably, even if they act in the shadows without rhyme or reason. The miasma remains essential to them. If we follow that trail, it could very well be the weakness that brings them down.
These so-called fanatics are nothing more than villains who treat ether as a deadly poison corrupting New Eridu, aiding and abetting its destruction. Let's see if they stay so devoted when confronted with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military grade high energy lasers.
Jesus, Magus, calm down. Although, now that I'm looking at it, how exactly do you fire? Because if the barrel, I think that's the barrel, is supposed to be the back of her throat, what exactly is pulling the trigger? Is it like those little digits that are holding onto that makeshift tie thing? But still, Jesus Christ.
Calm down, Captain Magus. As vile as the Exaltists are, not every member is guilty. Many innocent civilians were deceived into joining. In other words, not every Exaltist member deserves to be met with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military grade high energy lasers.
We've hardly caught anyone yet, and you're already defending them? I know how to throw around grand quotes too. Like no snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible. You're awfully sympathetic towards these scumbags. Perhaps because you're one of them?
Alright, really?
Enough! Captain Magus, I'm pretty sure your remarks have already exceeded the boundaries set by Commander Isolde's temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon, specifically the section designated for Magus.
Huh? How come no one told me about it?
That expression. What the heck?
Don't speak harshly to your squad mates, and don't say anything that kills morale. That's what you taught us, Captain Magus.
I don't consider them a comrade. At least not yet.
Whether we're allies who can rely on each other, or simply partners with our own suspicions, let's stick to our duties, Captain Magus.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Phaethon.
There's a critical piece of intel that needs our immediate attention. What just emerged from the Obscura is a bioweapon created by the Exaltists, known as a sacrifice. These Obscura, and the factories that produce them, are scattered throughout Lemnian Hollow.
No, not just Lemnian Hollow.
Huh?
According to the data from Porcelumex and the intel Commander Isolde has gathered, there are a large number of Obscura placed throughout Yfei Peninsula. Over 300 of them.
Oh, damn.
Over 300? Not even the entire Obsidian Division could deal with that many monsters.
The entire Obsidian Division would just end up as monster food.
We have to get this information to Command immediately. The Exaltists' actions may be far more dangerous than we had anticipated.
No, that's not right. Although I did come across Obscura shards tainted with sacrifice energy, there's still no solid evidence to confirm that the sacrifices and Obscura are directly connected. The Obscura devices I saw in Fairloom Heights didn't all carry traces of sacrifice energy either.
That's not what the line said. Oh, I guess that's what they meant by lines not exactly correlating.
More importantly, creating a creature as powerful as the sacrifices would require an unimaginable amount of ether. There's no way the Exaltists have access to such an immense supply of ether and miasma.
Or they would have destroyed New Eridu long ago.
Phew. Good thing the bad guys we're dealing with this time aren't that powerful. Yet.
Hey, did you two completely forget that courage is a soldier's greatest virtue?
Captain, didn't you say that kind of talk is just something generals say to sound impressive?
Okay.
The proxy has a point, but there's definitely something suspicious about the Obscura and Yfei Peninsula. We need to organize thorough inspections and patrols as soon as possible. Obsidian Division has already mobilized outside Lemnian Hollow. Those Exaltist rats will soon meet their end.
A fanatic's last stand is often the most ferocious. Everyone, stay sharp and proceed with caution.
After spending over a decade in the military, I understand that all too well.
What Captain Magus meant to say was, thanks for the heads up, Proxy.
That's not what I meant.
In the depths of Lemnian Hollow, where even the proxy's eyes couldn't pierce the darkness. Oh, hello, Sarah. Why are you vibrating? The military's operation has started. You're to provide cover for the Overseer's ritual. Every action leads us closer to meeting our Lord. Everything for the Creator, Lady Sarah. But the Defense Force has overwhelming numbers, and we've taken heavy losses lately. With what little strength we have left, we don't need to achieve victory. Our mission is to buy time. Sacrifices are inevitable. Fortunately, the Defense Force isn't exactly driven by the noble duty they claim to uphold. As long as the Overseer completes the ritual, then we've already won. May the Creator refine you. May the Creator refine me. Huh. Well, I'm gonna be real, the whole Exaltus plot came out of nowhere when it was introduced. Like, there was no build-up to it or anything. At least, not that I could recall. Let's see. The Obsidian Division has temporarily taken over the Seagaze Road as our base of operations. This will be our staging area for the upcoming mission. But there seems to be way more people at the base today. Probably some sort of operation being coordinated. Anyway, let's report back to Isolde first. Really? If there's this many people, then probably at least one or two of them are Exaltists' spies in some way. Yep. That's my bet, at any rate. Anyway, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm probably not. Let's continue.
All in all, the scouting mission was a success. Obel Squad took no casualties. Against our firepower, those Exaltist lunatics didn't stand a chance. It's honestly baffling how HSO and public security got completely outplayed by the Exaltists. Their actions are chaotic and lack any strategy. Though credit goes to Commander Isolde's flawless planning.
What's with the glazing, Magus? What the hell's... That's out of left field.
Proxy was amazing too. Just like Trigger and Soldier 11 said. And just like all those rumors on Internet.
Huh? Orphe, since when have you been visiting sketchy sites like Internet behind my back?
That's actually a good question, seeing as, you know, you're technically connected.
Calm down, Captain Magus. What you've dealt with so far are just the Exaltist scattered remnants.
I know. We already have the hollow coordinates for the Exaltist base. I'm not worried about a head-on clash. What worries me are those Obscura and the sacrifice creatures.
Leave the search for the Obscura to me and the city forces. You focus on the mission inside the Hollow. You can't just grasp at weeds. You have to dig out the roots. All this might just be a diversion by the Exaltists. By the way, Proxy, I heard your performance in the Hollow was top-notch as always. How's working with Obel? Has Captain Magus been giving you any trouble?
What?
I'll have to think about that. I remember Captain Magus saying that Phaethon is a villain who should be dealt with using 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military grade high energy lasers.
Okay, Belle, she didn't say that exactly. She more or less inferred it.
Don't go taking things out of context to make me look like the bad guy. I'm a straight shooter.
Got it. Looks like the temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon doesn't really hold much sway over Captain Magus.
Wait, that was a thing? I thought Orphe made that up.
It's all because I wasn't decisive enough. Please don't punish Captain Magus.
She's not the most soft-spoken, but Captain Magus and the squad have been doing their best to support me. And her military-grade high-energy laser is definitely reassuring.
All right. Without the proxy support, our operation wouldn't have gone this smoothly.
How is a gun blushing, exactly? Okay.
I guess the this is the part where old grudges melt away and everyone makes nice.
But if you're that talented, why settle for the dishonorable role of a proxy? Why not join the military, earn a proper rank, and truly protect New Eridu?
What's the funny answer here? Yeah, let's go with this one.
What's so dishonorable about it? The work
Oh,
we
come
do in the
on!
shadows
It didn't
brings us
even
closer
address
to the
it.
light than many of those who stand in it.
Ah, lame.
You're being a little harsh today, Captain.
Proxy. How many unqualified civilians have you led straight into danger within the Hollows? And how many shady Hollow Raiders have you guided to dirty money?
Okay, swinging a little under the belt, are we?
You're right, Captain Magus. The underworld does have its dark side, but a lot of people are forced into it. They have to avoid the light and just try to survive in the shadows. And this grand, respectable world you speak of, is it really filled with nothing but righteous heroes? Is your defense force really so perfect? Every single person?
You...
Alright, kids, enough bickering. The only villain here is the grumpy old Isolde. You're all brave, shining heroes, okay?
Wait, what? The only villain here is grumpy old Isolde. If that's not a red flag, I don't know what is.
Looks like the captain got shut down by Commander Isolde again.
Even the proxy's been lumped in with the kids. Looks like we're all in the same class now.
This concludes the briefing. Proxy, Major General Lorenz has expressed interest in meeting you.
Oh
Mind
no.
coming with me later?
We're not going to be captured again, are we?
The Major General wants to see me? That can't be good.
Hello?
Relax. I'll be with you.
That doesn't make it any more assuring, I'm going to be real. If anything, that makes it more worrying. Oh well. So yeah, is Orphe an actual dragon, Thyron? Because, like... Yeah, I see the horns and I see the tail, but, like... Why would she agree to have... effectively a sentient gun grafted onto her tail? That apparently acts on its own. Something tells me there's more to these two. Anyway. Adjutant, sir, the Major General's guest has arrived. Please follow me, you two. The Major General's tent is just beyond this tunnel. You follow the Adjutant's lead and head in with Isolde into the Major General's tent on the other side of the tunnel.
Your guests have arrived.
And I'm immediately worried.
Colonel Isolde, I heard that, Obel Squad has already obtained the coordinates of the Exaltist headquarters.
That's correct, sir. The recon operation was a success. However, we also discovered something unexpected. There are numerous ether reactors installed around Waifei Peninsula, known as Obscura, which may pose a significant threat.
You can handle the specifics with your squad. You know I've always counted on you. Just make sure I get results.
Yes, sir.
Among all the mediocrity in the Obsidian Division, Isolde, you're the one who truly stands out. I'm really glad I found you back then.
What?
Someone like you shouldn't be stuck on the front lines. I'm pragmatic, but I always make sure my subordinates are treated fairly. This is a big opportunity, but I went to great lengths to get troops into Waifei Peninsula, so this mission is one we cannot afford to fail.
Okay. Okay, new prediction. They're both with the Exaltists, except Isolde is really working to purge them from within, and this guy is just in bed with them.
Yes, sir.
Ah, I seem to have forgotten about our guest. Isolde, the person beside you.
This is the officially appointed Hollow Technical Advisor and the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operation, Bell.
Oh, they can actually say the name. Interesting.
Welcome to Wi-Fi Peninsula, Ambassador Bell.
I've been in Wi-Fi Peninsula for a while now. Honestly, it's more appropriate for me and Swabian Temple to be the ones welcoming the Defense Force.
Swabian Temple? Ah, Yunquay Summit. Pardon my memory, I nearly forgot our guest works directly under Mayor Mayflower. Mind filling me in, Colonel Isolde? Why is one of the mayor's personal agents, an infamous proxy, getting involved in
so he already knows.
business?
Okay.
Bell was appointed by the city as a technical advisor and envoy for Mayor Mayflower, sir. She's here to assist and oversee the Defense Force's operation.
Assist, huh? If the High Preceptor of Yunquay Summit had shown up in person, perhaps I'd consider that worthy.
Okay,
And
you're
as
just a
for
dick.
Supervision? Since when does Mayflower get a say in when Obsidian Division pulls the trigger?
Sir, Bell is only here to assist Obel Squad. This has nothing to do with the main force's operations or command. All part of the agreement to keep the City Council from meddling with our military affairs in Wi-Fi Peninsula. Which, I imagine, suits you just fine?
Of course. Your arrangements are always right on point, Colonel. This whole operation is running smoothly, thanks to you. Well then, since you're the Hollow experts and personally by the Mayor, it's only right that I give you a proper welcome. Unfortunately, military secrecy is of utmost importance, so I'm afraid I can't escort Bell to the more refined venues in the city for a proper celebration, at least for now. Colonel Isolde, until this operation is over, all of Bell's external communications and movements beyond Phylum Heights must be temporarily restricted.
That's a very unique way to treat a guest.
Major General, the Mayor and Yunquay Summit might not be too happy about that.
That's an order, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's an
People from
Exaltist.
Porcelumix are still waiting for me.
Or at the very least in bed with them.
Something about a banquet to welcome the Defense Force to Wi-Fi Peninsula. Typical corporate parasites. Always know how to adapt and survive. I'm afraid I won't be able to personally entertain our guest, Isolde.
Let's go, Madam Ambassador.
Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be reading that. Shit. Major General Lorenz was a decorated officer during the fall of the old capital 11 years ago, and was promoted to a general after its fall. Over the years, he's been known for his rather overbearing conduct. It'd be dishonest to say I like his style, but working under him has definitely given me a lot of opportunities and access, allowing me to investigate the truth behind the fall of the old capital. To be exact, the cause behind my squad's failure back then. Magus has always been concerned about it. I'm getting off track. But the point is, you can count on us. Whether it's Obel Squad or any other Obsidian Division soldier, we'll give everything to protect you. Talk about rude. Are all the Defense Force generals this unpleasant? Restrictions on going out and contacting the outside world? I might as well be a prisoner. But if we're just heading down to Swabian Temple for a quick break, they shouldn't stop us, right? Now watch, as we try to leave, we will be attacked. Or, sorry, orders from above. You're not allowed to leave. Threaten in a harsh and intimidating tone or argue with facts and logic. I get the feeling Wise is more of the facts and logic guy, so... I don't know who you are, but there's no argument to be had. Orders are orders. The argument draws the attention of several nearby soldiers.
Huh?
Oh, you okay there, Belle? Comrade, Belle is a special envoy sent by the mayor. Show some respect. What the hell was that? The mighty Miss Belle got taken down by a notch, or got taken down a notch. I'm just following orders. Following orders is a soldier's duty. I understand where this soldier is coming from. I hope you understand, Crimson Gloom. Well, shit. Yeah, so we are effectively held prisoner here. That's not good. I mean, our car is right here. Wait. Can that fit? That would be a tight squeeze. Damn. Oh well.
Captain, Proxy made it through the interrogation unscathed.
No significant change in pulse, and your face isn't too pale. Looks like you passed the test.
What test?
You look so frail, Proxy. Who would have thought you had the makings of a soldier tough enough to endure enemy torture?
What?
With you already calling me the villain, I figured I'd better get good at dodging torture.
The Major General may be tough to deal with, but interrogating the Mayor's envoy? That kind of thing doesn't happen in the Obsidian Division.
Isolde explains the Mayor General's orders to everyone.
Temporarily restricting the Proxy's movements and communications. What does that mean?
It means we've got your precious Phaethon locked away. No way out, and no texting or calling family.
That's just... so...
That's terrible!
What a shame. I never thought the legendary proxy Phaethon would end up getting caught one day.
That's not what I selected.
On the plus side, at least the legendary proxy Phaethon was caught by Obel Squad. The Major General's idea of hospitality might be questionable, but for a soldier, orders are orders.
So, as much as we regret it, the legendary proxy Phaethon will have to stay put in Phylum Heights for a while.
You sure you're sorry, Captain? I'm pretty sure you were holding back a laugh just now.
Don't worry. Obel Squad and the Obsidian Division are the first line of defense against the Hollows. We'll wipe out the Exaltists faster than you'd think.
And then the Proxy will be free.
As ordered, a technician will now attach a tracker to the proxy and temporarily block all communication functions of their electronics.
What the hell? Why?
My apologies, Proxy.
For the Obsidian Division, orders carry more weight than mountains. I don't like restricting someone's freedom like this. And I'm not exactly your biggest fan. But I hope you won't hold it against Isolde or the squad.
I may not be a soldier, but I can understand the weight orders carry for all of you. If temporarily restricting my freedom helps the operation go smoothly and keeps the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula safe, I'll gladly go along with it.
But you better cut us loose once this whole thing is over.
I thought you'd show such resolve, Proxy. Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on you while you're with us.
Captain Magus keeping an eye on you? Just a heads up, she's not exactly the caring type.
Once again, Proxy, you have my apologies.
Wait, what? Regular equipment maintenance? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be reading this, goddammit. Is that okay? Do you agree, Captain Magus? Making sure our tech folks have reliable gear is crucial, so if you want to If you want to drop by, Proxy, go right ahead. But I don't have anything on me. But really? I mean, I couldn't detect any gear on the Proxy, but I can't shake this strange feeling. Like the Proxy has some sort of device that feels oddly familiar. Don't worry, Proxy. Seed can be a bit hard at times, but when it comes to tech, you can always count on her. It's just a routine maintenance check. Come on, Proxy, stop being so wishy-washy. Wait. Does Seed know we have implants in our eyes? Okay, but the question now is how? And with that, Obel Squad is all here. Alright, time to start today's routine maintenance. Inspector on duty, squad member Seed. First up for inspection, Mercury. And, okay, what are you doing? Let me take a look and see if this little Colby's got anything wrong with it. Colby? What? I always get nervous when Seed does my checkup. The antenna on the comms module seems a bit worn out. Gotta remember to get those parts replaced. If Colby can't hear me on the radio during operation, I'm gonna kick your butt. Aye aye. Next up, Trigger's sniper rifle. I'm counting on you again, Seed. I need only one look to tell your weapon is flawless shape, just like always, Trigger. The sniper's weapon is their soul on the battlefield, after all. Boring. Now it's Orphean Captain Magus' turn. Let's get this straight. You're not laying a finger on me. Calm down, Captain. Quit swinging around my tail. Your exoskeleton is in good shape overall, Orphe, but your tail shows way more wear. No doubt due to the Captain's reckless fighting style. The Captain gives it her all in combat. I'll try to stay in sync with Orphe's movements. As for Captain Magus... Captain Magus, you're using that nitro fuel oil again, aren't you? Seed can't stand the smell pouring out of your gun barrel. Wait, I thought nitro fuel was an energy drink, not an oil. Oh god, does that mean that all this time Bernice has been chugging oil? Ugh. Jeez. Like, I knew she was insane, but come on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you seriously attacking your captain's dental hygiene? And finally, it's your turn, Proxy. Where should I start? Seed stares straight into the Proxy's eyes. Impossible as it seems, it almost feels like she can see right through to the HDD. Uh-oh. But that can't be possible, right? Your eyes are crystal clear, Proxy. All systems good. Inspection complete. You were just looking for an excuse to stare into the Proxy's eyes. Now that everyone's finished their equipment checks, you're dismissed. Get some rest and make sure your gear's serviced at the armory. Wait, you didn't look over Soldier 11's gear. Hey, Proxy, don't forget to look after your eyes, too. Okay, how does Seed know? You confirm that the military really is restricting your freedom of movement with Obel Squad. You then return to the tent to rest. The tent offers some cover from the soldiers' gazes, and re-establishing the connection with the HD brings a small sense of relief. Hi, Fairy.
As Master's supreme assistant and a thoughtful, all-purpose AI, I would never sit back helplessly while Master's freedom is being restricted, unlike the second assistant.
Wow, you're sassier than before. I'm so glad to hear your voice again.
Fairy, you really can't stop chasing that first assistant title, can you? When will you finally understand that as your sibling, I'm irreplaceable?
Alright, you two, enough arguing. I'm just the pitiful, useless captured Proxy here, while you two are elite hackers, okay?
Negative. Although Master was unfortunately captured, Master remains an elite hacking expert.
Save your useless sympathy, first assistant. Luckily, not even the Hollows can interfere with the HDD's unique signal. so the Defense Force's jamming is barely an inconvenience.
Still, I was the one who actually encoded the anti-jamming signal.
Which means Bell can still reach me through the HDD, and EOS's deep dive can continue as planned.
I saw some new data with my eye implants in the hollow. I need you to run some calculations. Whether or not the military's info checks out, nothing is more trustworthy than your calculations, Fairy.
Affirmative. Additionally, I've made a full copy of the military intel files that EOS and Master saw.
If the Defense Force comes knocking because you did something without permission, make sure they know Second Assistant and your Master had nothing to do with it. Anyway, leave the rest to me and Fairy Bell, just like always.
I mean, shouldn't you also report to the mayor that, hey, we can't exactly reach him anymore because of this stupid restriction?
Then leave clearing out the hollow to me and Noble Squad, just like always.
The Defense Force's mission is bound to be dangerous. Be careful, Bell.
The bed beneath you feels so foreign, you hardly rest well that night, but as with all things, it eventually passes. A commotion rises from the outpost beyond the tent. Uh-oh. That's Orpheus and Seed voices. Let's go check on what's happening. What? Why is that Bangbu losing its mind? What happened? Is this the little one you brought back from the hollow? Yes, Captain. The Bangbu squad seems to have been attacked. I received the Bangbu's distress signal and rushed over. What about the soldiers in that squad? They were all lying there covered in blood. I mean, the not breathing kind of lying there. You can't just say they were dead. Let's pay our respects. This Bangbu probably recorded what happened when they ran into the enemy, but it's badly damaged. Do we have any technicians at base? Hi, that's us. I mean, we are. Proxy, you know how to fix a Bangbu? Please help this little guy. I'll leave it to you, Proxy. Okay, simple enough. There we go. Simple enough. The video footage is restored and images from inside the hollow stream out through the Bangbu's data port.
All units be advised. At 3 o'clock, 300 meters. The cluster of miasma. Ethereal presence confirmed. Something's off. Are those humans coming out of there? Hey, look! Someone's crawling out of the miasma! Why are they wearing Defense Force uniforms? They're coming closer. And they're armed!
Ooh.
We're under attack! Fight back! Enemy spotted at 3 o'clock. More at 5 o'clock. Oh, is it the Exaltus troops in disguise? No. They emerged from the miasma. They're definitely not alive. What the Are we seeing the dead in broad daylight? Ethereal or monster, just take them down! Reporting in! We've got casualties! We've got another wave of hostiles closing in on the right! We need backup!
Oh no.
It's just as the Overseer said! Even a miracle like resurrection is nothing for the Creator!
Don't let joy blind you, my dear brother. Until we stand before the Creator, every miracle is just a small step toward the gate of the final domain.
Don't worry. My joy hasn't clouded my judgment, and my knowledge as a researcher remains sharp. The large-scale miasma activation experiment has already begun ahead of schedule. They'll never catch up to us on our path to the Creator.
Who's that supposed to be? Just two maniacs? Those soldiers crawling out of the miasma, they look like the dead brought back to life. The Dead? But they're dressed in military gear from the old capital. Stuff from 11 years back. If they truly are the dead returned, how could they be ghosts of those old soldiers if they're shooting at their own squad mates? They are not undead. Still, the fact that those creatures take on the form of former Defense Force soldiers means their creator. The enemy's knowledge of the Defense Force might be beyond our imagination. Besides, yesterday's recon mission went perfectly. We didn't let any cultists escape, so there's no way the Exalted should be aware of our progress. We need to report this to Isolde. Let's go, Proxy. I mean, thankfully she should be right here, so... Yeah, that's just a little bit worrying, not gonna lie. Together with Obel Squad, you brief Isolde on what you saw in the footage.
The Exaltists have already figured out that we're launching a full-scale operation?
Gee, I wonder how.
Only Obel Squad's scouting mission involved direct combat. What that recon team ran into was likely just an unfortunate accident.
That is not an unfortunate accident.
But your operation was flawless, and no part of the plan was leaked. That means either the Exaltists are more perceptive than we thought, or some unit acted outside my command and carried out an unsanctioned mission.
But Lorenz handed over command of this operation to you.
So if we rule out interference from higher up, the only one who could have mobilized troops without the Colonel's approval is...
Only the Major General himself.
Looks like Colonel Isolde has it even tougher than I do when it comes to dealing with a demanding superior.
Orphe, you don't actually think I'm that difficult to deal with, do you?
At this point, arguing with my superior won't do any good.
So if we want the raid to stay on track, we'll have to strike even faster.
While I usually think you're a little too reckless, Magus, this time I agree with you. Swift as the wind, fierce as fire, and unknowable as shadow. That's the essence of Blitz tactics. At least according to a Yunque Summit scroll. Since the enemy already knows we're coming, let's seize this rare opportunity and strike before they're ready.
Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
Yes, Captain Magus!
I'm about to start deploying troops to launch the offensive. Proxy, both the battlefield and the hollows can shift in an instant. Make sure you're fully prepared. We aren't as ready as we could have been. The Obsidian Division will handle the battlefield, but when it comes to the hollow, you're the only one we can count on.
Well, then you probably shouldn't have treated us like, a prisoner, but seeing as if you guys go down, I'm effectively screwed, well, I guess we have to help each other.
Leave it to me. On my reputation as a legendary proxy and my honor as the mayor's envoy, I won't let you down. I'm counting on all of you, too. Please don't betray the trust the people have placed in the Defense Force.
Save it. We're well aware.
What the captain means is, Obel never fails a mission.
This operation has two main objectives. First, to gather intel on the Miasma soldiers. Second, to eliminate key Exaltist bases. Get ready and move out. In a surprise attack, every second counts. Alright, let's go. We'll probably be working with Seed and Trigger again? Oh, Orphe and Magus. You would think she would be the first banner then, but oh well.
The unexpected deployment of forces beyond Isolde's plan has put the Exaltists on high alert, like a startled bird ready to flee. We can't risk the Exaltist core members escaping right under our noses. We have to strike quickly and hit their key bases.
Based on the intelligence we have, the target's stronghold in this operation is very likely the Exaltist's main base.
I'm not usually one to spoil the mood, but from what I've seen of the Exaltists, they're not that easy to pin down. Which raises the question, can we really trust the intel from the Defense Force?
You really know your way around intelligence and information warfare, Proxy. But it's Isolde's strategy and intel that have been key to the Defense Force's success so far. I understand your concerns, but I've no reason to doubt the reliability of Isolde's intel.
Captain Magus, you sure have a lot of trust in Commander Isolde, don't you?
That's because Captain Magus and Commander Isolde were comrades in arms. They fought side by side years ago.
Technically, fighting side by side isn't exactly accurate. But yes, Isolde and I go way back. She's a comrade, a senior, and my commanding officer. In fact, Obel Squad itself wouldn't exist without Isolde's support and guidance. If I can't trust Isolde, then there might not be anyone left in Obsidian Division I can trust.
I understand. So please believe me, when I'm acting as your proxy, my one and only goal is to lead you all to where you're meant to be.
Oh, hey, we're at a full squad. Nice.
The Defense Force people are here.
Yeah. Who goes there?
What's up?
Blocking the way to the Creator.
The Creator will not forgive them. Our sacrifice will pave the way for our Master's return.
Alright, buddy, calm it down.
Oops, I can't really control my strength. You've exposed your weakness.
Engaging head-on. Ether vision activate.
Trigger, pincer attack.
Damn. That's a burst and a half. Alrighty. Any other stuff I can pillage from here? No? Damn. Okay, answering the Overseer's call, wrongfully killed soldiers arise from the underworld cloaked in flames of vengeance. As for why the Defense Force soldiers would fight for us, the Overseer was rather vague. Perhaps they too were blessed with witnessing the Creator's true form in the underworld. The files stored in this device are incomplete. The remaining intelligence needs to be obtained elsewhere. Wrongfully killed soldiers? But those ones emerging from the miasma were wielding 11-year-old uniforms, and they died protecting New Eridu. Those Exaltis scum. How dare they desecrate the honor of fallen soldiers. Unforgivable. Nope. The approaching footsteps have everyone on guard, but then what they see is the sight of allied uniforms.
Which unit are you in? According to Commander Isolde's orders, aside from Obel Squad, there shouldn't be any other squads assigned to raid this base.
Isolde may be the acting commander for this op, but our squad reports to Major General Lorenz.
How did I predict this? Jeez.
So, these idiots are the ones who alerted the Exaltis to our
So the Major General is in bed with them.
orders from the
Lovely.
Major General?
Mind your tone. The Major General sent us because he was worried you wouldn't be able to handle this alone.
I don't believe you.
Support the operation.
I really don't believe you.
Support the operation? We were just out there fighting alone as a single squad.
That's right, and we really do appreciate it. Without you taking the brunt of the Exaltists' attention, we couldn't have made it to their headquarters from the flanks so smoothly. We have to apologize. We accidentally beat you to it and ended up taking the credit for wiping out the Exaltists' main base.
Credit? That's meaningless. Is this really the attitude of new recruits in Obsidian Division?
You're a
these
terrible
days?
liar.
Acting all high and mighty. You're just a gun. Do you really think yourself so important? I may be a rookie, but at least I'm not a washed-up old dog like you.
Watch it! The captain has given everything to protect the city. You don't deserve to...
It's okay, Orphe. As
What?
long as they really did take out the Exaltists, then they've helped safeguard New Eridu, which makes them our comrades.
I'm not buying it.
Even among comrades, there are plenty of annoying ones.
Well, then shouldn't we at least confirm the takedown?
Take this guy away and cover it up as an accident caused by an Exaltist attack.
Okay, Seed, calm it down.
Are you threatening me?
Stay focused, soldier. Answer me. Has the Exaltist's base been completely cleared?
Several preachers took advantage of the chaos to escape. We had other orders to carry out, so we didn't have time to pursue them while clearing the base.
You're a terrible liar.
Other orders? What could be more important than wiping out the Exaltists?
Bunch of fools. They can't even handle something this simple properly. Opal soldiers, let's move out. Once again, it's up to us to clean up after these fools. Opal, gear up and get ready.
Yes, Captain Magus.
And here I thought we'd have to fight them.
The Exaltists are fleeing in all directions.
Second-rate troops sure are surprisingly good at messing things up.
You don't actually believe they handle this, do you, Magus?
I've already failed half of the mission's objective.
We may be working with Porcelumex, but they aren't exactly saints. They'd sacrifice everything for profit. The soldiers didn't die protecting the city. The truth is... Oh. There's a record of the hardware being removed, but the missing data cannot be retrieved. Of course. The soldiers didn't die protecting the city. Just what did these Exaltists learn? It's nothing but a distraction they planted on purpose to mislead us. Still, it's clear the Exaltist remnants were spooked by the Major General's unit acting so recklessly. That's why they moved the key data early. Guess we have no choice but to press on. Yeah, I still don't buy that. Like, that's too convenient. And, you know...
Elite targets have appeared.
Oh, hello. Oh. I do like that Seed actually has some mobility, and she isn't like stuck in place. So that's a bonus, I think. Okay, that should be all of them. Although, now that I'm actually seeing this, I think Seed might be a decent party comp, or party member for Silver Soldier Anby.
Everything is moving along smoothly, Mr. Lucro.
We'll be counting on you again this time.
Oh.
Major General Lorenz, you're here in the Hollow. In person?
You're the squad Isolde spoke so highly of. Codename Obel, wasn't it? This is quite a surprise. You arrived even faster than I expected. It's just as Colonel Isolde said, you're quite a capable squad.
Given that you're leading this entire operation, I'd expect you to be at the command post. And the person with you is...
You must be Mr. Lucro. We met briefly at the Porcelumex Safety Inspection Reception Banquet.
A reception banquet? For a safety inspection? That makes no sense.
This, gun certainly has a blunt matter of speech. Anyway, we are acquainted from the banquet, aren't we? Also involved with the Obsidian Division, I see. For someone so young, you must have made quite the impact with the military.
Not so, Mr. Lucro. This young lady is the mayor's envoy, specially sent by the kind-hearted Mr. Mayflower to oversee our work.
I'm just doing my duty. Please, the title of envoy is a bit too much. I feel like it's a little too high and mighty.
So you're a distinguished guest from city administration. My apologies. Please excuse the poor welcome.
So, what brings you here, Major General, Mr. Lucro, and these troops who've been acting without Colonel Isolde's orders?
My troops and I have our reasons for being here. You're a veteran, Captain Magus. Even if you don't fully grasp what overstepping means, you should at least know not to ask about classified military matters. Mind your tongue, Captain. After all, besides your sharp tongue, there's not much else you have left.
God damn, why is everyone dunking on her? Jesus.
Shouldn't we be going? Staying too long in areas with high ether activity isn't good for my health.
You're right, Mr. Lucro.
Escorted by the troops, Lorenz and Lucro withdraw from the stronghold.
Aside from that clerk I met at the Special Military Affairs desk, these are honestly the two most annoying people I've ever had to listen to. Sorry, Captain Magus. It was wrong of me to speak disrespectfully about a commanding officer.
I'll let it slide this time, Orphe. If I weren't afraid of getting you all tried at a military tribunal, I'd have turned every curse word into high-energy laser blasts right at their faces.
This place is not only a key Exaltus stronghold, but also one of their major research facilities. One of Porcelumex's executives previously worked with the Exaltists. Many of their facilities were originally Porcelumex's assets as well. And now under Lucro's lead, Porcelumex has formed ties with the Defense Force. It's clear why they're here.
You're making my head spin. Isn't it just those two plotting how to profit?
Goodness, Commander Lorenz is such a bad person.
Orphe is still caught up in that naive teenage mindset of seeing the world in just good and bad.
Goodness, Orphe. You really are a fool. But I can't say you're wrong this time. They chose to meet in the Hollow, likely to stay under the radar. Either way, Obol's mission continues. Everyone, we keep pursuing the escaping Exaltists.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Oh no. Somewhere in the Lemnian Hollow, illuminated by the flickering candlelight. Great Overseer, the Defense Force took the bait just as planned, and they're feeling pretty proud of themselves. Perfect. They've wasted enough time on meaningless distractions, and that foolish general thinks he's already claimed enough victories. They won't be throwing major forces at us anymore, though the price was. The price was nothing more than a few necessary sacrifices. They died for their faith, Overseer. Besides, the troops you brought back from the underworld were a huge help. Soldiers fighting soldiers. It's cruel, really. Still, if it is for the right cause, then even you and I must be willing to give our lives. Absolutely. If that greater purpose is an audience with the Creator. I know that you have other intentions, but you're still open to the path of you'll still open the path to the Creator, won't you, Great Overseer? I've wandered in confusion along this path more than once, but the whispers I heard were true, without a doubt. Once I've achieved my goal, I'll open the path to the Creator for you. Which means your sacrifice and mine are justified. But Phaethon is with the Defense Force right now, and that one's a real handful. Not the type to let things go easily, and that elite squad of theirs has been a serious thorn in our side. I've noticed. That youngster may be an unexpected variable, but I've already set the course for how their tale unfolds. Don't back them into a corner unless you have to. Your arrangements are reasonable. May the Creator refine us. Huh. So even this great Overseer is wary about us. I wonder if the great Overseer is Carol Arna, just in disguise. Cheers and laughter echo from the military camp, which has been so quiet the past few days.
Huh?
Wait, why is it so lively? What's going on? Are they claiming that we just won like that? The operation was technically a flop. Oh, a new face and not in uniform either. You must be that outside for the help for help. Bleh. You must be that outside help for the what was it? Apostle Squad? Thanks to the brilliant leadership of the Major General and his adjutant, we secured an easy victory. Sure, you didn't land the big win, but you still played a part. Hey, what's with that look? We're celebrating our victory here. Don't be such a buzzkill, okay? Yeah, I don't buy this for a single second. Welcome back, Envoy. I've been waiting here just to make sure you return safely. Wow, laying it on a little thick, aren't we? Such modesty. Still, if you're acting on behalf of the Mayor in Defense Force matters, I'm sure your words hold real authority with the city administration. We owe it to Mayor General's forces that we were able to reclaim a significant cache of Porcelain without incident. Assets Ferox had handed over to the Exaltus, which are, in fact, Porcelumex's property. It's quite the haul. The Major General and I go way back. He may not be the most charming guy, but he's someone you can count on. I know I'm just a shrewd, profit-minded trader, and I also know that there's been some bad blood between you and the Major General. But that doesn't stop me from seeing the potential for us to work together in the future. Someone like you always bring value to the table. So, naturally, I'm pleased you made it back in one piece. So, what about that Obscura, then? It's true that certain individuals within Porcelumix, including Mr. Ferox and his team, engaged in unlawful activities with the Exaltists. That shameful and pathetic Mr. Ferox is now in custody, and with the Major General's support, we've tracked down his subordinates who escaped into the Hollow. Porcelumix is clean of any further criminal associations. Regarding these so-called Obscura devices, while they were created through Ferox's dealings with the Exaltists, I'm not clear on their scientific worth. Still, they're made out of costly porcelain, so they belong to the company. We'll recover each of the Obscura once the Defense Force finishes assessing their risk. The risk? Yes. Colonel Isolde stated in the report that the Obscura could pose an extreme risk. Even goes so far as to order an evacuation of Wi-Fi Peninsula for public safety. It's gotten too dangerous. It looks like it's time for me to leave Wi-Fi Peninsula. Take care of yourself. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't buy any of that. Like, I'm willing to bet that the General is in bed with the Exaltists. Lucro here is just a pawn in the scheme. The General's trying to get into tops, but at the same time, trying to look good for said Exaltists. Yeah, I don't... This just smells like a setup. These guys sure know how to take it easy. They're already planning the victory party right after winning. So what's your next move? Next move? There isn't one. The Major General believes that the key members of the Exaltus have been wiped out and their base cleared. As far as he's concerned, we've already won. I never thought victory would come so easily. Yeah, it's not that easy. You faced the Exaltus more times than anyone, Proxy. Your insight has been invaluable. But even so, the Obsidian Division can't keep pouring resources into chasing down a minor outlaw group. They are not a minor outlaw group. What are you saying? As for the Obscura, Colonel Isolde is taking our intel, and the risk posed by the sacrifices, very seriously. She's already planning to evacuate the citizens of Wi-Fi Peninsula. We'll stay on guard here to protect the civilians until everyone's been evacuated and all Obscura in the city have been cleared. Thanks to Isolde's leadership that we were able to locate so many Obscura across the city before the operation began, too. And does she know about the risks? Since everyone's taking a break, why don't you relax a little too, Proxy? Okay, way to just ignore my question. I'm heading back to the camp with the captain. Want to join us for a bit? Despite all your doubts, with cheers ringing out through the night all around you, you find yourself taking a brief rest by the firelight with the two soldiers. As Obolquad settles in at their quarters, their troops are already preparing to celebrate.
Everyone! The Exaltis, the threat that plagued Waifei Peninsula, have been wiped out under our thunderous assault. Once again, we've brought justice and victory to the people of New Eridu, like every triumph before. Give it up for yourselves, soldiers! Cheer for victory! And let's hear it for our brilliant commander, Major General Lorenz!
I hate to be that girl, but isn't it a bit early to celebrate?
That commander sure seems to be soaking up the cheers.
A typical big shot, huh?
You're right to be concerned, Proxy. There are still Exaltist stragglers roaming inside and outside the Hollow, and the Obscura in the city haven't been fully inspected yet.
As far as I know, the key Exaltist leaders are still on the loose. They've managed to slip away after every encounter so far. The Exaltists will still be a threat until they're taken out. Even though Mevarok was severely injured by Ishu and Shifu, and the Exaltists suffered heavy losses, there's still no sign of them backing down. Miasma activity is still spreading. Key people like Sarah still hold major influence.
Yishuan, High Preceptor of Yunquay Summit? I've heard the name before.
How come I don't see Colonel Isolde anywhere? As the operations leader, shouldn't she be here to celebrate?
Isolde has been unwell recently, and went back to the city to rest. She's also been absent from meetings over the past few days.
Maybe the commander's like Proxy and isn't fond of these kinds of gatherings. She might have just found an excuse to slip away.
You might be right. That does sound like her. In any case, we've dealt a heavy blow to the Exaltists. And after fighting on the verge of life and death, the soldiers really needed a victory to boost their morale.
That doesn't sound like something our strict Captain Magus would say.
Think of it as me trying to lift everyone's spirits. As soldiers, it is our duty to obey orders. So even when we have doubts, we can't launch investigations on our own.
If you take action without orders, you'll be standing trial at a military tribunal. I might not mind, but I'm sure Seed Senior would stop us.
I don't want anyone ending up in front of a military tribunal either.
Right. Since it is a military order, the Major's restriction on you can't be lifted until the operation is officially concluded. Sorry about that, Proxy.
I understand. Obel Squad and all the other soldiers have already given so much to protect New Eridu. Everyone should enjoy this hard-earned victory.
Wait, so they can't cut us loose because they're partying? What the hell? But as Phaethon, I have no right to stop moving forward. Excuse me, Miss Special Envoy. The Colonel asked me to pass on a message. Some bigwig from TOPS is here to see you? What? From TOPS? Don't ask me about the specifics. You'll just have to go to see for yourself. I mean, aren't we still under lock and key? Oh. Oh, hey! Hi, Damien. How have you been? You meet with Damien after dark and fill him in on what Lucro's doing.
Actually, I've already heard about Lucro personally entering the Hollow and the Major General's movements.
Cool,
Besides
cool.
relocating Porcelumex and the Exaltis stock of Porcelume, they're rounding up trusted members who served under Ferox, including my poor colleagues who fled into the Hollow's labs, fearing a purge. The dust hasn't even settled, yet they're already discarding what they no longer need, proving that the only thing crueler than one ruthless boss is another. I have no place in TOPS any longer, and the Defense Force won't seek justice for a stray like me.
Even though you played a major role in taking down Ferox, your new boss won't tolerate you for long, will he?
Exactly. I can't stand stray dogs like you always sniffing out scraps to survive. Like I ever had a choice. I'm just trying to stay alive. Honestly, I was already planning to turn to you and Yunquei Summit for help. Regardless of our differences, you are among the few in Waifei Peninsula who have the power, care about justice, and are willing to hear me out. A stray like me is used to bowing and begging.
Unfortunately, no matter how much power we might have, we're just as constrained as you are now. I can't contact anyone at Yunquei Summit for assistance either. But if it's just to keep you safe...
It's all right. Just when I was at my wit's end, Miss Savior appeared.
Who? Just as Damien finishes speaking, a small figure suddenly springs out from behind him. Who?
I'm the savior he was talking about. It's funny, most company employees usually see me as a disaster. Who would have thought I'd ever be called a savior?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Miss Zhao from TOPS, affiliated with the Krampus Compliance Authority.
That's a title.
Nice to meet you, Miss Zhao. The Krampus Compliance Authority. Is that the name of another company within TOPS? It doesn't sound as familiar to me as the other big companies.
That's alright. Most people haven't heard of it. Krampus isn't actually a company. Our role is to inspect, decide on, and enforce regulations. Brutal competition is an inherent flaw of the market system. For the members at the round table, it doesn't matter if the company's executives are tearing each other apart.
What is the round table?
The condition is that all actions by the company and its management must comply with the core rules and interests of the Alliance. The business game doesn't always let us play by the rules. That's the round table's mercy. But when those rule breakers go too far, the strict mother reaches out with her black branch. This time, Porcelumix has clearly stepped out of line.
Huh?
I think I get why the corporations might see members of Krampus as a disaster.
That's not what I picked.
So, having regulators like you is probably a key reason TOPS has managed to maintain its strong position in the city.
So, it's not hard for you to understand why I see Miss Zhao as my savior, right?
We'll only know whether I'm your savior or your disaster once all the investigations are complete.
Better than letting someone like Lucro treat you like a fish on a chopping board, right?
Although he isn't really a friend, I do sort of get Damien's style. He's determined to survive this brutal game, but he's also someone who never crosses the line.
Huh. You've got sharp and beautiful eyes. I hope you'll never become the enemy of Krampus. And that when those eyes look at me again, they won't be filled with hostility, Miss Bell.
Okay. She may have been small in stature, but her commanding presence nearly overshadowed the disheveled Damien beside her. Well. Wait, wasn't she and Damien in the sort of animated trailer for Waifei Peninsula? Huh, so she might end up being a character. Oh dear. Hi, where were you two at? It's not time to... What do you mean it's not time to sleep yet? I came all this way with Squad Member C to invite you to a special nighttime operation. Okay. Follow us and you'll see, Proxy. Oh god, this isn't an execution, is it? Shush, move quietly and stay low, just like a sniper. Seed and Trigger quietly creep up behind Orphe and suddenly launch a surprise attack. What?
Soldier Orphe!
You two again? Now you have the proxy as an accomplice too?
You've got it all wrong, Orphe. I had no idea those two were planning to scare you.
Captain Magus is asleep. Don't wake her up. We should let her rest.
Is it time for the captain's self-diagnostics?
Is Orphe more worried about waking waking the captain, or about the captain catching you secretly enjoying some prohibited items.
Do I want to know?
Me? First of all, my concern for the captain is absolutely genuine. Second, the field manual doesn't list lemon-flavored chips under prohibited foods during deployment. I have every right to protest Captain Magus's executive decision to declare all snacks as prohibited.
Oh, then why doesn't Orphe protest when the captain's actually awake?
I'm sure Orphe has her own reasons.
Anyway, if Orphe doesn't want us to tell the captain...
How about sharing some of those lemon chips with us?
Seed and Trigger are robbing me again!
Again?
Isn't this just a regular part of our night ops briefing?
The law doesn't punish the majority, Orphe.
Then, the proxy should also share the responsibility.
Why?
A special mission to get rid of lemon-flavored chips? Count me in!
In the sea breeze of Wi-Fi Peninsula, you team up with Obel Squad to finish off the lemon-flavored chips. Sure. As night deepens, Seed and Trigger, who ambushed Orphe, return to the squad's camp. Just as you're about to leave, Orphe calls out to you.
Proxy, there's something I need to talk to you about. It's about the captain.
Let me guess.
Okay.
Something that you can only say when Captain Magus is asleep?
That's right. Proxy, I want to apologize on behalf of the captain for her bad attitude toward you during the mission. But there's a reason why the captain acted that way.
I trust that you know the captain, Orphe. Otherwise, why would you trust her so much? Come to think of it, you and Magus make a pretty unique team. A soldier paired with an intelligent weapon construct.
An intelligent construct? No, the captain is more than that. Can I trust you, Proxy?
Like I said, just like you trust Captain Magus.
I'm just a gunner. A soldier, here to support Captain Magus. Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind. That's how they would comfort me, if Captain Magus and the others were here. But no. I know that I'm not someone special. From the moment I was born, being a gunner has been my sole purpose and mission. In the disaster 11 years ago, New Eridu lost so much. It lost so many of its soldiers. The Defense Force's last remaining gemstone, Obsidian Division, also suffered heavy losses.
Please don't tell me you're a clone of the original Orpheus.
The military had launched various research projects.
Oh my god.
Enhanced soldiers, cybernetic soldiers even. Cloned soldiers. It sounds brutal, doesn't it? But if it weren't for these cruel projects, Obsidian Division might never have lasted this long. I was also born at that time, cloned from a legendary soldier, and designed to aid that legendary soldier as an assistant. That legendary soldier's military codename was Magus. The soldier's original body has long been destroyed. All that remains now is a backup of her consciousness, or what you could call her soul, stored within the weapon. Even in death, she's still wielded as a weapon by the Defense Force. Though Captain Magus always says it's what she wanted, is it really a blessing? Or a curse? All things considered, I'm quite lucky. Selfish, even. I stole her body, her name. You could even say I stole her life. But Captain Magus has never cared about that. She'd just say to me, Orphe, my life was far too boring. You should live your own life. I know the looks in my comrades' eyes often carry sympathy or pity, mockery, or even disgust. Still, I can't help but feel that I'm lucky. I met Captain Magus, I met Obel Squad, and even crossed paths with someone as strong and interesting as you, Proxy. I know there's nothing special about the way I was born, but you all keep telling me, Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind.
I don't think we actually said that.
Yet, the cold glass tanks, the tasteless nutrient fluids, those eyes filled with sympathy, pity, mockery, or disgust, they all proved one thing. I'm nothing special. They all told me I'm just a pathetic, tragic person. But you all keep telling me, over and over again, you're one of a kind, Orphe. I can leave those glass tanks in the past. I just don't want to let your expectations down. Rather than those cold, lifeless glass tanks, I want the warmth of Captain Magus. I'd rather have my noisy Obel Squad and you, the cool Proxy. Our pasts, whether it's mine or Captain Magus's, are not what define us. Although Captain Magus often jokingly calls you the villain, that's all just talk. Our pasts are not what define us. Instead, it's up to us to determine our destinations. As a Proxy, you'll lead us to the right place. I believe in you, Proxy.
I mean, we probably shouldn't have this whole conversation in front of that guard, but, okay. That's, a bit out of left field. Like, literally, that came from nowhere. Alright. After a brief signal disruption, communication with the HDD has been re-established.
Barry, have you finished calculating the exact coordinates of the blind spot in Lemnian Hollow's most active area?
Affirmative. HDD data sync complete. Transmitting coordinate data to EOS's Carrot module now.
Oh, Belle, finally. The exact coordinates are now locked in. The next step is to move out with Obel Squad and take them out in one strike.
Negative. Lorenz's forces have currently halted all further operations, so Obel Squad is unauthorized to act without orders. Could you send a message to Ishu and Shifu? Actually, scratch that. Better send it to Senior Fufu instead. Shifu never replies to messages. Just say, Junior Bell needs your help. It's urgent. Please ask Ishu and Shifu to come to the rescue. P.S. Don't let the defense force find out.
Poor Junior Bell is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the defense force. It's urgent. Come rescue her immediately. P.S. Keep a low profile and avoid any clashes with the defense force.
Aren't you over-exaggerating a bit?
This concerns the safety of Wi-Fi Peninsula. A little exaggeration won't hurt, right?
All we can do now is pray that Yunque Summit sends help soon. Who knows what kind of mess the Exaltists might be stirring up in the Hollow, while Lorenz is basking in the limelight. There's no time to waste. I'm logging off now.
Just as you're about to fall asleep, that familiar chirping breaks your peaceful slumber. Oh, hello. Your vision suddenly dims, but strangely, you don't feel afraid. When you come to your senses, you're already being carried up high in the air by birds' talons. Your body feels weightless, like a feather drifting in the air one moment, then heavy like a stone sinking in a lake the next. By the time you come back to your senses, you've already arrived. Okay. One problem. We still have that tracker on our ankle.
I think I just had a dream. Am I dreaming? Or is this really Swabian Temple?
My disciple, Fufu told me poor Junior Bell is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the defense force. It's urgent. And that I need to stay low and avoid any clashes with them.
Word for word! The message came straight from Junior Bell's brother!
Damn.
By the way, I'm here too.
Someone's messing with our junior out there. That's the last straw. Shifu, it's time we step in and get an explanation, don't you think?
What do you mean by step in? Junior Bell just looks a little dazed, that's all. I don't see any signs of cruel mistreatment.
Did Ishun Shifu use a technique to bring me to Swabian Temple?
Seems you're finally catching on now.
I mean, it was the bird,
Your
so...
safety, of course, is our highest priority. But given how you contacted us in such a rush, I assume you've run into some trouble with the military?
Come on, Junior Bell! What happened out there that made you call Shifu for help? Don't worry, you can tell us. We're all here for you.
That's right. All your seniors are here.
Okay. You lay out the intel calculated by Fairy, along with all accompanying suspicions and speculations for everyone.
Cunning as always. Certainly sounds like the Exaltists.
If the Defense Force can't deal with those scoundrels, then we will. When do we set out, Shifu?
No need to be hasty. Let Junior Bell get some proper rest first.
Can we get the anklet off? I get the feeling that's important. Belle's had to endure more than her share on this job. Senior sister is the best. A proxy without their senior sister is nothing. Those damn soldiers, how dare they lock up my junior? Guys, the ankle thing? I'm pretty sure they're tracking it. Alright. You've still got your senior sister waiting for you up on the mountain. Can't have you getting kidnapped before you see her. I keep having these unsettling dreams lately, like something bad is about to happen. Whenever I'm on a mission in miasma-dense areas, I always hear these whispers. I'm a bit worried about you, and about your senior sister, my sister. It's not corruption symptoms, is it, Senior? Have the recent missions been too much? If so, let me help share the load. Don't worry so much. The sky could fall, and Shifu could handle it. We'll be okay. You're right, we've still got Shifu. You explained to Shifu in detail about the Obscura found in Waifei Peninsula and the potential Exaltist bases hidden in the Hollow. The lives of Waifei Peninsula citizens are at stake. It can't be taken lightly. If the Defense Force refuses to step in, then Yonque's summit will have no choice but to break the rules of engagement and take action. But now that there are threats both inside and outside the Hollow, and with so few disciples left at Swabian Temple, we might need some reinforcements. Before Yishuan can finish speaking, an angry shout from outside cuts her off. Yeah! Again, that anklet didn't help. The poor Temple Gate couldn't survive the force of the uninvited guests.
I was wondering who would break into Swabian Temple in the middle of the night. Turns out it's soldiers from the Defense Force. Please be aware that although Phylum Heights is under military control, soldiers have no right to enter private residences without permission. And my temple isn't exactly a place where anyone can just come and go as they please.
What's all this rambling?
I think what this lady means, Captain, is that you barged into someone's home in the middle of the night and caused a big ruckus. And now she's ready to give you a beating.
Give me a beating?
See, Senior said that if this lady is going to beat you up, you probably won't be able to stop her.
Even with all the Obsidian troops of Waifei Peninsula as support, you probably still couldn't stop me.
High Preceptor Ishwan, this unannounced visit is not meant as a provocation. But the person behind you, Phaethon, is currently under our protection.
Under your protection? You mean the mayor's envoy whose freedom is now being restricted?
The temporary restriction on the proxy's movement is both to protect military secrets and to ensure the proxy's safety.
No matter how you look at it, my disciple is safest under my protection.
Listen, you two. There's something more urgent to deal with than my safety.
Proxy, are you okay?
Oh, so the proxy wasn't kidnapped by Yunque's summit.
Speed, we're wearing their colors. We're from here.
Apologies. This is my mistake. I thought it was the city authorities who took the proxy away, trying to extract military information.
I've never cared about military secrets, only about the safety of my disciples and the well-being of New Eridu.
Well then, Proxy, if you went so far as to defy military orders to contact Yunquay Summit, I trust you must have had a good reason.
Once again, you lay out the current intel and situation for both parties.
You're absolutely certain that the Exaltus still have a real stronghold hidden somewhere in the Hollow?
I mean, yeah.
I can't say I'm completely certain. Not until I enter the Hollow myself and reach those coordinates. But as Guardians of New Eridu, shouldn't Yunquay Summit and the Defense Force investigate, even if there's only the slightest chance of danger?
Belle, I just received an alert from Fairy.
According to real-time Hollow monitoring data, ether activity is rising across the entire Lemnian Hollow.
That's not good.
Warning. Ether activity across Lemnian Hollow is approaching record-high levels. Warning. At the current rate of Hollow expansion, there is a 17.2% chance that Lemnian Hollow will breach the Zenless limit within 1,026 hours.
What's that voice assistant rambling about this time?
Basically, she's saying that if left unchecked, the Hollow might just go boom.
The Exaltists in charge of miasma research mentioned experiments on large-scale miasma activation. I suspect they're preparing for what they call the final sacrifice. Based on the intelligence and mission results we've seen, the Exaltists control most of the miasma-rich areas in Lemnian Hollow. They've also mastered the technology to manipulate the unique ether. The current rise in ether activity throughout the Hollow is probably connected to the Exaltists' operations.
If your theory is true, then this currently undiscovered Exaltus base will likely become the central hub for their final sacrifice.
Exactly. But if we can take out their hidden base, the sacrifice ritual won't happen, and the Hollow's rising activity will be back under control.
How do you manage to sigh with a mechanical throat like that?
Although I tried to ignore some of the seemingly fabricated technical terms, you still managed to lose me. So essentially, we head in, confirm whether any Exaltist rats are still stirring up trouble, and if they are, we wipe them out. That should eliminate the threat, right?
Wow, Captain Magus. You actually understood everything this time. Amazing.
Then let's move out. Opal Squad will personally eliminate the looming shadow that threatens Wi-Fi Peninsula.
But Captain Magus, weren't you just saying an hour ago that military orders must never be disobeyed?
Disobeying orders? Hardly. We were chasing after Phaethon, who fled all the way into the Hollow with classified military intel.
Captain Magus, your enthusiasm is truly moving. But you could have just left it to Yunquay Summit.
It's our duty as the Defense Force to wipe out the Exaltists. If our superior officers have failed in that duty, then I'll take responsibility myself. Besides, the Obscura still haven't been fully examined. If a sacrifice really did emerge from the boxes, then Defense Force soldiers, and even civilians, would pay dearly.
I understand. My disciples and I will remain on standby at Phylum Heights and fulfill our duty to protect this place.
In that case, the attack plan and the operation start time need to be decided ASAP.
Deploying all of Opal Squad would draw too much attention. I'll need to wait for the right moment. Let's regroup and launch the operation first thing tomorrow morning. All members of the Opal Squad, return to base and get some rest.
Yes, Captain Mag.
Tomorrow's probably going to be a long day.
Putting it lightly. Well, off we go. Hey, at least they didn't drag us back, but what is Seed doing here? Oh, I'm here to invite you to today's Grand Escape Strategy meeting. So, wait, we're evacuating civilians first? Well, fine. If you want the dull version, I'm here to bring you to the strategy meeting. It's indeed about civilian evacuation, or whatever. Alright, off we go. Squad member Seed, Proxy. All members of Mobile Squad are present. Please begin the operation briefing, Colonel. With away from the Colonel, the rowdy ranks of soldiers quiet down.
Experimental ether units called Obscura were placed in large numbers within the Hollow and around Wi-Fi Peninsula by Porcelumex and the Exaltists. Obel Squad was the first to discover that they could hold and even generate a sacrifice. Later operations by other squads also confirmed this. That's about all we've got on the Obscura for now, and there are still many unchecked ones hidden in Wi-Fi. According to our investigations, none carrying sacrifices have been found outside the Hollow.
But we can't gamble with people's lives with some big unknown. Right, Colonel Isolde?
You're right, Orphe. Which is why we're launching the Hollow evacuation plan, starting with relocating the residents of Phylum Heights. We're moving them into the city, at least until every Obscura in the area has been inspected. The evac op will be handled by troops under the Major General. As for Obel Squad, you'll be on standby as a mobile unit, ready to jump in the moment anything goes sideways.
On standby as a mobile squad, huh? In other words, we get to move however we want for now, correct?
It's on standby at all times, not do whatever you like. Is that clear, Captain Magus?
Crystal clear, Colonel. I assure you, we will not act on our own or do anything reckless.
I've got the captain covered. Obel Squad won't be running wild on my watch.
Why do I get the feeling something's going on between you all? Anyway, just behave. Things are bound to get messy during the evacuation, so make sure the proxy stays safe, Magus.
Of course. The Proxy's a VIP under our protection, aren't you, Proxy?
Speaking of VIPs, Commander Lorenz, Mr. Lucro, and the rest of the Porcelumex higher-ups will be evacuating alongside the residents.
The big shots can't wait to run for their lives, huh?
The threat of hidden sacrifices is no joke. We can't blame the executives for saving their own hides. All right then. I'll go get the executive sorted for VIP evac. Obel Squad is dismissed for now.
Isolde.
Something on your mind, Captain Magus?
I was just wondering, Colonel. If I ever disobeyed your orders, would you be able to forgive me?
You do know there's a time and place for sarcasm in front of your squad, right, Captain Magus? But if that day ever comes, I trust that you'd have your reasons.
I know the captain always has her reasons, Colonel Isolde.
Don't tell me you're actually itching to go rogue with your captain, Orphe.
More like they don't have a choice.
Don't worry, I'll keep her in line.
Huh? Me?
Either way, we've got each other's backs. That won't change, right?
Damn right.
Good to hear. That makes me feel a little better, Captain.
Proxy! Proxy! Why are you sneaking over and whispering like this? It totally looks like you're trying to rope me into some secret plan.
The captain said that you should sneak over and meet us over there in a bit. It'd be way too obvious if we all moved together.
Isn't the captain always, like, right behind you? Why bother sending you to pass on a message?
Well, because the captain's voice is way too loud. She couldn't whisper for her life.
Magus, Orphe, and the others head toward the cable car station. Let's go join them and see what they're whispering about. I think it's probably time to head out. Hollow evacuation? Is that big hollow going to spread to Phylum Heights? My whole livelihood is here. Don't worry, it might just be a small hollow disaster. Life is way more precious than property. You young folks just don't get it. I came here from the old capital. Do you know how long it took me to build up this business? Try to stay calm. work with the Defense Force and leave Wi-Fi Peninsula for the time being. The Hollow might settle in a few days and you can all come right back. Don't push, don't panic. Hey, I'm talking to you. Excuse me, I have a child with me. Could you let them go first? Our company volunteered to help maintain order here, so don't push your luck. Alright, well, prick. Please follow the evacuation order and rejoin the evacuation group at once. Hey, I told you to watch your tone. You're even scarier than an ethereal. I accidentally lost track of my group. Come with me, Granny. I'll help you catch up to the main group. Oh. Attention citizens, due to potential disaster risks in the Lemnian Hollow, please cooperate with the Defense Force and evacuate Phaethon Heights in an orderly manner. Citizens, please actively cooperate with the evacuation operations organized by local forces and evacuate to the urban area in an orderly manner. If you encounter any security threats, please seek help from nearby Defense Force soldiers or follow Bangbu to evacuate from high-risk areas. Alrighty. You caught that, right, Proxy? Obel Squad's role during the retreat is standby for rapid deployment. In other words, if we sneak into the Hollow operation now, no one will catch us. Ahem. Sneak into the Hollow? No, we're covertly going in to investigate, for the safety of the citizens of Wi-Fi Peninsula. The captain's right. There's bound to be confusion during an evacuation, and that's our perfect window to move in. Commander Isolde's arrangements just happen to work in our favor. Do you think she already knows about us? She's got nothing to do with this. If we're caught, I'll take the heat for defying orders. Time is of the essence. Get ready and let's move out, Proxy. Alright, time to go. The crowd gathers at the cable car, evacuating Phaethon Heights under the direction and support of the Defense Force and top security.
Tell the workers to pick up the pace. That porcelain's worth more than their lives.
Don't let them hear you. I don't want to see complaint letters in the employee yearbook.
Complaint letters? You actually read those, boss?
Training reliable subordinates matters more than you'd think. We don't want to end up in the same mess we did back then. We trusted the Defense Force to protect company assets, but they were useless. And that cost us a fortune.
Sorry, excuse me. Please, could you let my child move up in line?
Yeah, let the kid through! Cut it out!
The evacuation order's been planned long in advance. You're only getting out of here because the company paid for it. Don't push it!
Watch your mouth. Protecting the company's image is also part of what you're paid for. Got it?
Please, can you let my child go first?
Sorry. I'm afraid I'm not in a position to help anyone either.
Today, Wi-Fi Peninsula has opened its door to us, just like every other door in this city.
Just a photo for the internal PR material, sir. Much appreciated.
This moment right now, and back then, it's all starting to look the same. To those sitting at the top, our lives are nothing but silver spoons they use to scoop up and savor their triumph. Civilians, soldiers, doesn't matter. We're all merely specks of dust beneath the feet of giants clashing above us. This isn't the end, Orpheus.
Alright then.
This is the Exaltist base we cleared out earlier. The proxy was there too.
Weren't we looking for a hidden base? Why are we back here again?
According to Fairy's calculations, the fissure that leads directly to the blind spot just so happens to be located in this area. I guess you could say we let the Exaltists slip right under our noses.
If it weren't for Lorenz and Lucro's interference, we might have uncovered signs of a base much earlier.
The fissure is close by, but Fairy's calculations could only narrow it down this far. We'll need you all to head into the Hollow to confirm the exact location.
Commencing operation. Objective, locate the nearby fissure.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Also, another thing I just realized about Orphe and Magus' design. How long is Orphe's tail? Or does it extend with those plates attached to the base of her, on her waist? Or rather, her tailbone, I should say. Alright. Well, let's go.
The first diffraction signal source has been confirmed.
Pardon me?
We just need to find the second signal source, and we can pinpoint the exact coordinates.
You're not making up some technical jargon to fool me, are you? Did you already have...
Yeah, okay, so Orphe and Magus literally fight like Bernice, except they're for follow-up attacks, instead of, like, you know, anomaly.
Still, these data errors feel a little too organized to be nice. It's almost
Although her basic attack chain looks kinda neat, all things considered. Huh. Anyway. Alright, Eos, you're up.
Devices operating protocol.
Ah, creepy, ominous castle again.
guide and concentrate the miasma.
How did you figure that out, Proxy?
It's all thanks to their engineers. They left super clear comments in the code. The final sacrifice. Large-scale miasma activation experiment. The Exaltists need to gather a massive amount of miasma. These devices must be important for that. The Exaltist outposts full of miasma might be the result of these devices as well.
Communication structure analysis complete. Hub device location locked. Uploading to HDD.
Hello? Game?
Got it. These are the coordinates of the blind spot.
Okay, weird. My controller died for a few seconds. That's my bad. Up, please. Thank you. Kinda glad that the hammer doesn't send you forward. Well, if anything, this is pretty straightforward. I was expecting like some sort of puzzle or something. Oh, that's that. Though, what the heck are these chairs about? Are there like 3 leaders of the Exaltists? We know of Nevarak and Sarah, but who's number 3?
Pinpointing fissure coordinates.
Hey, you soldiers over there!
Well, well, look who it is. Isn't this the same guy we bumped into last time?
Ah, Oval Squad. What are you doing here?
Yeah, that familiar, annoying voice.
Or maybe it's this guy that's part of the Exaltists, feeding into Lorenz's ego.
I want to ask you the same question. What are you doing here?
We're here under Major General Lorenz's orders, of course.
All right. We all know you're his right-hand man. But haven't you given me that line already?
I have no obligation to explain myself to you. But to avoid unnecessary conflict between so-called allies, this facility holds a stockpile of porcelain belonging to Porcelumex. We've been assigned to constant guard duty here to prevent any of the returning Exaltists from stealing the city's strategic resources.
Wasn't it Porcelumex who originally handed these strategic city resources over to the Exaltists? You sure are going out of your way to clean up the mess they made.
I'm not in the mood to bicker with you. Now, it's your turn to answer, Captain Magus. Why are you here? I don't recall receiving any orders about reinforcements or rotation.
As I'm sure you're aware, I'm the restricted operative designated by Commander Lorenz. I fled into the Hollow carrying sensitive military info. Mobile Squad is just here to capture me.
Proxy?
Oh. This envoy really is good at causing trouble, huh? Don't you think?
No. We've received new intelligence indicating that the Exaltists likely still have a key base in the Hollow. Oval Squad's mission is to clear any threats to civilians here. You're a soldier too, so you should understand a soldier's duty.
A soldier's first and foremost duty is to follow orders.
To follow orders. And doing that is what keeps everyone safe.
You're leading your squad without authorization. This is a clear violation of military command, Captain Magus!
Forget the orders. I did inform Obel just to dance to someone else's tune. If disobeying orders is what it takes to protect this city, then so be it. I'll face a court-martial.
I've got a recording device, you know. Every word you say will be used as evidence in court.
And I've got heavy firepower. If you don't step aside, every word you say might just become your last.
Really?
The intel came from me, and this operation is under my lead. If the Defense Forces commanders have a problem with that, they can take it up with me directly.
Threatening your comrades only adds to your offenses, Captain Magus. I'm not obligated to stop you from engaging in conflict. Go if you must. I hope to see you all alive in the military courts.
Finally, that annoying guy's gone.
Onward to saving the world!
Now Obel Squad really is in big trouble. Captain Magus, was it really necessary to go that far?
Don't worry, little proxy. When the time comes, I'll say the envoy was coerced by our troops and forced to lead the way into the Hollow.
That's not what I'm worried about. It's you and everyone from Obel.
I will take full responsibility for disobeying orders. And I'll go to Isolde to plead my case.
No. Captain Magus, if you get arrested, I'll have to face the battlefield all alone.
Hey, couldn't you say something that shows you care about me, Orphe?
Bell, we have an urgent communication request from the Defense Force.
Oh no, what now?
An urgent call from the Defense Force?
So why are they calling us?
Actually, Colonel Isolde contacted Ishin Sufu, who then got in touch with me. They want to use the HDD's communication channel to deliver a message to you. I only called it an urgent communication because I wanted to sound more professional in front of the Defense Force.
Alright, get on with it, Wise.
Good afternoon, team. I had heard about Phaethon's abilities before, but experiencing a device that can communicate inside the Hollow firsthand still feels incredible.
Colonel, Isolde, let me explain.
Acting without orders, disobeying military command, and hoping to come to me for